Hey, Raiders Nation. What's good, Silver and Black Faithful? Buckle up, because we're diving into some spicy Las Vegas Raiders draft talk that's got the whole fan base buzzing. The 2025 NFL Draft is just days away, and the Raiders are gearing up to make some game-changing moves. Today, we're zooming in on a late-round gem who could be the key to fortify our offensive line. Bryce Cabeldue from Kansas. Is this the guy who's going to pave the way for our running game? Let's break it down. Stick with me for 15 scenes packed with details, stats, and that Raiders passion we all live for. Who's ready to talk draft? Let's go. The Las Vegas Raiders are in full rebuild mode after a rough 4-13 season, and the offensive line is screaming for attention. We got a stud in Jackson Powers Johnson, who's looking like a future Pro Bowler, but losing Andre James left a gaping hole at center and guard. The early draft picks are likely going flashy skill players or defensive beasts, so the later rounds are where we stock up on trench warriors. That's where Bryce Cabeldue enters the chat, a Kansas product who's turning heads after a killer pro day. Why should Raiders fans care about a day 3 prospect? Because Cabeldue could be the steal we need to dominate the line of scrimmage. James Foster from 33rd Team says this guy's tape and athleticism make him a prime late-round target. So what's the hype about? Let's dig into Cabeldue's story and see if he's got what it takes to wear the silver and black. Drop a comment. What position do you want the Raiders to prioritize in the draft? Bryce Cabeldue isn't just another lineman. He's a versatile beast who's been battle-tested at Kansas. For 3 years, he locked down right tackle before flipping to the left side in 2024, where he had his best season yet. That kind of flexibility is gold in the NFL, especially for a Raiders team needing depth. Foster predicts Cabeldue will slide inside a guard, but could swing to tackle in a pinch. His tape is a highlight reel of destruction, pancake blocks, pulling with precision, and opening lanes for running back Devin Neal's 16 touchdowns last year. Cabeldue's not just strong. He's got that nasty streak we love in Raiders linemen. Imagine him clearing paths for a potential first-round running back like Ashton Janney. Wouldn't that be a dream? What's your take? Should we draft a running back early or focus on the trenches? Let's talk numbers, because Cabeldue's pro day was straight up fuego. He clocked a 4.95 40-yard dash, third best among offensive linemen in the 2025 class. His 114-inch broad jump, also third best. And don't sleep on his 80th percentile short shuttle, a drill that shows how quick and agile he is in tight spaces. These stats aren't just impressive. They scream NFL potential. For a Raiders team that struggled to run the ball last season, ranking 29th in total offense, these are the kind of metrics that get you excited. Cabeldue's explosiveness off the snap and ability to hit moving targets make him a perfect fit for any scheme, especially if we lean into a zone running game. Picture him blowing up defenders while our backs rack up yards. Who else is hyped for a stronger run game in 2025? Cabeldue's run blocking is where he shines brightest. His tape is littered with clips of him burying linebackers and creating massive holes. Whether it's zone schemes or power concepts, he's got the tools to execute. His balance and coordination when pulling or climbing to the second level are next level, making him a nightmare for defenders trying to shed his blocks. What's crazy is how he makes tough blocks look easy. Backside cut blocks? No problem. Angle drive blocks? He's got the hip flexibility and power to dominate. Raiders fans, think about the last time we had a guard who could move like this. Could Cabeldue be the guy to bring back that physicality? Hit the comments with your thoughts. Let's paint a picture. It's 3rd and 2, and the Raiders are fighting for a first down against the Chiefs. Cabeldue pulls from his guard spot, locks onto a linebacker, and pancakes him into the turf. The crowd at Allegiant Stadium goes wild as our running back scampers for a big gain. That's the kind of impact a late-round pick like Cabeldue could have. His ability to finish blocks with authority is exactly what this Raiders team needs. After a season where we were outscored by 125 points, we need players who bring that dog mentality. Cabeldue's not just a technician. He's a tone setter. Who's ready to see some defenders get humbled by this guy? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why a late-round pick? The Raiders have 9 picks in the 2025 draft, including the number 6 overall. And the focus early will likely be on playmakers like Boise State's Ashton Janney or a shutdown corner like Michigan's Will Johnson. But the beauty of the draft is finding value later, and Cabledue fits the bill. With Jackson Powers Johnson anchoring the line, adding a versatile piece like Cabledue gives us depth and flexibility. He's not a project. He's plug-and-play, ready to compete for a rotational role. Raiders Nation, do you trust GM John Spytek and Coach Pete Carroll to find these hidden gems? Let's hear it. Cabledue's versatility isn't just a buzzword. It's a lifeline for a team that's been hit hard by injuries in recent years. His experience at both tackle spots means he can step in during a crisis, but his future is likely at guard, where his athleticism and power can shine. Think of him as a Swiss Army knife for the O-line. The Raiders' new regime, led by Spytek and Carroll, is all about building a winning culture. Drafting smart, high-upside players like Cabledue is how you do it. His pro day performance turned heads, but it's his tape that seals the deal. Who else is excited to see what this new front office cooks up in the draft? Let's talk scheme fit. The Raiders' offense under Pete Carroll is expected to emphasize the run game, especially after acquiring Geno Smith as QB1. Cabledue's elite zone blocking skills make him a perfect match. He's got the burst to win at the snap and the flexibility to seal off defenders, creating cutback lanes for our backs. Imagine a world where our running game isn't an afterthought. Last season, we couldn't sustain drives, and it killed us. Cabledue's ability to execute any run concept, zone, gap, you name it, could be a game changer. What's the one thing you want to see from our offense in 2025? Drop it below. Now, let's get real. No prospect is perfect. Cabledue's pass protection needs some polish, especially if he's transitioning to guard full-time. The NFL's interior defenders are a different breed, and he'll need to adjust to their speed and power. But here's the good news. His athleticism gives him a high ceiling. With coaching from Carroll's staff and mentorship from a guy like Powers Johnson, Cabledue could develop into a starter sooner than later. The Raiders have a history of turning late-round linemen into contributors. Think Colton Miller. Could Cabledue follow that path? What's your bold prediction for our draft class? Picture this. It's training camp, and Cabledue is battling for a spot on the depth chart. He's going toe-to-toe with veterans, showing that pro day wasn't fluke. His explosiveness and nasty demeanor catch the coach's eyes, and suddenly, he's in the mix for significant snaps. That's the kind of upside we're talking about. The Raiders' O-line was a weak link last year, and fixing it is priority number one. Cabledue's not a household name yet, but draft nerds are buzzing about his potential. Raiders Nation, are you ready to cheer for an underdog like this? Let's get loud in the comments. Let's zoom out for a second. The 2025 draft is a pivotal moment for the Las Vegas Raiders. With 9 picks and a new regime, this is our chance to lay the foundation for a playoff push. Cabledue might not be the sexiest name, but he's the kind of player who helps you win in the trenches. Think about the great Raiders teams of the past, those dominant lines that paved the way for legends like Marcus Allen. Cabledue has that old-school Raiders vibe, tough, versatile, and ready to grind. Who's your favorite Raiders lineman of all time? Share it below. As we wrap up, let's talk about why this matters. The Raiders are at a crossroads, and every pick counts. Cabledue represents the kind of smart, high-value selection that can transform a roster. His pro day stats, tape, and versatility make him a name to watch when day 3 rolls around. Raiders Nation, we're building something special in Las Vegas. With Pete Carroll's energy, John Spytek's vision, and maybe a guy like Cabledue in the mix, the future's looking bright. What's your dream draft scenario for the Raiders? Let's keep this combo going. All right, Silver and Black family. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into Bryce Cabledue and the Raiders draft plans. If you're as pumped as I am for the 2025 NFL Draft, smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts. Who should the Raiders target? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our Las Vegas Raiders news updates. Share this with your fellow Raiders fans, and let's get ready for Draft Day. Until next time, keep bleeding silver and black. Raiders.